Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to have a mini workshop as we're getting ready to start the school, and we're going to be aiming for a germ-free class. So, all of you are going to be getting one of these handouts, and don't worry, we're just gonna have a little game to begin our workshop. And I have provided for you. Please check on your desk. You have a card for clean, a card for sanitize, and a card for disinfect. So I'm going to mention a specific item or in a specific event, and then I'm going to say go, and then you're gonna raise the card that you think fits the situation. Whether it's one card, two cards, one card, you just let's have fun, and we'll go over all these concepts, so don't worry about it, okay? So here we go. Okay, doorknob, go. Okay, good job. What about soft toys? Go. Excellent. What about a chair? Someone had an accident and we need to do something with the chair. What is it gonna be? Go. Excellent. Okay, now we go to our basics. What about the tables? What are we gonna do with the tables after the children are done eating? Ready? Go. Okay, great job. Okay, don't worry if you were not sure. We're gonna go over each of these concepts right now. And so now we're gonna go and explore these concepts, okay? The first one is cleaning. Cleaning is generally done with soap and water. Our first line of defense is washing those hands, okay? So how long should we wash our hands? Any ideas? Okay, it's 20 seconds. We gotta wash our hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. The children and the adults, when they come to classroom, that's the first thing we want to do. After they've gone to the toilet, of course, they blow their nose, their little hand has been up their nose, or after eating, before eating, after eating. So let's keep in mind all the possible events to get germs, and it's quite a lot. So frequent hand washing is gonna help us to keep a germ-free class. Okay, sanitize. Sanitize is killing most of the germs and bacteria on surfaces. Okay, whether they're non-porous like the desk or they're soft, there's different ways of sanitizing. Let's go into your handout. Okay, and here it says sanitizing reduces the number of germs on surfaces to levels of public health codes and regulations consider safe. Now, for the sake of making it a standard for our program, we're going to be using two ingredients for sanitizing and for disinfecting. So it says that sanitizing can be done safely with a weaker bleach solution, and it can also be used to sanitize things that come into contact with the children's mouth, such as toys, but we're gonna dilute it to a non-toxic level once it dries or we wipe it off. And disinfecting is done with a stronger bleach solution. And these chemicals destroy any remaining germ on surfaces after cleaning. So let's see what's the difference between sanitizing. Oh, and one more concept. Contact time. The length of time a sanitizing or disinfecting solution needs to be on the surface to eliminate germs. So it's not just enough to apply the solution, whether it's sanitizer or disinfectant, but how long we need to leave it on before we wipe it or remove it, okay? So let's go, and we're going to go over some materials. Now you see a microfiber, a sponge. These are used a lot in housekeeping at home, but these are not the right items to use for early childhood development program, because these pass germs from one surface to the other. So these we keep at home, okay? Maybe we can use these for dusting, but that alone. Now, to make our sanitizer, we need these two ingredients. This is basic bleach. It's a disinfecting bleach. Is without any scent or aroma, okay? It's straight bleach and water. Now, to make the sanitizing solution, we're going to use 1 teaspoon of bleach to 1 full gallon of water. Okay, this is a weaker solution. And the contact time is gonna be 1 minute. We need to put it, leave it for 1 minute, and then we're gonna remove it, okay? Now for the disinfectant, it needs to be a stronger solution to make sure that we really kill all the germs. Okay, and so the disinfectant will be for those areas where usually in touch with toileting. So the bathroom, the sink, it's going to be clean with that disinfectant. And the disinfectant is also made with 1 gallon of water to 6 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teaspoons of water. Okay, now this bleach is clear, even though it has a scent, it's clear. And so we gotta make sure that disinfectants and sanitizers and cleaning products are stored away in a lock cabinet. Now, for practical purposes, I'm going to demonstrate how we're going to clean the children's table, okay? So remember, we have all our cleaning products under in a lock cabinet. I'm gonna leave it right there. And when we are cleaning with sanitizer or disinfectant, we gotta make sure that we're using protective gear. So you can, if you want, you can also use goggles to protect your eyes. And we gotta use plastic gloves to protect our skin. So to properly sanitize the tables, that's what we're going to demonstrate. I'm gonna use my desk just because it's a little bit more practical for the demonstration. And so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to apply the soapy solution. This is to clean. We're going to put it back into the closet. And we're gonna use paper towels, okay? And we're going to wipe. So the first thing we're gonna do is clean with soapy water. And that's going to clean the surface. Kill most of the germs, but we're gonna make sure that it's really clean. So the next step is the sanitizing. Okay, I forgot to bring my trash in, so I'm gonna put this on the side. Now, if the children are around, we're gonna go straight to the trash can and put it away. And then after it's been cleaned, we're going to get our sanitizer solution. Now it's important that the spray bottles are properly labeled. And this, the solution, it says that it's 1 part of bleach to 768 parts of water, because there's 768 teaspoons of water in a gallon, okay? So it's always important to label properly your spray bottle, so you know what you have and what is the concentration of the bleach. And we're going to apply the bleach solution, and we're going to allow it to sit there for a full minute. Okay, so here we go. Set your timer, and while that is sanitizing the surface, you can get your paper towels ready. And there we are. Okay, it's a minute contact time. And now we're going to wipe. So we need to leave that solution stay on the surface at least for a full minute before we remove it. Okay? We're done cleaning. I'm going to get my paper towels, and I'm gonna remove it. There we go. There we go. Okay, and always remember, once you're done, you gotta lock this up. Now I'm just gonna show you the other two solutions. Now this solution, that 1 teaspoon for a gallon, it's also the kind of solution that you're gonna use to disinfect to sanitize the toys. Now for sanitizing cloth-like products like the dramatic play outfits or the soft toys, we're going to wash. Just wash and dry, and the washing and the drying does the sanitation of those. Now we gonna also show you the disinfectant, and the disinfectant is 6 parts of bleach to 768 parts of water. Remember, it was 6 teaspoons for a full gallon, and that's what we're gonna use when the children have an accident. So before applying the disinfectant, you always want to clean first. So it's going to be a 2-step process. Chair got soiled, clean, disinfect. Tables need to be clean, and sanitize. Now we're going to put that back into the locked closet right here. We're going to lock it, put the key away. And there's a few more things that you need to keep in mind. Okay, when using bleach, you never want to mix it with any other kind of chemical, because that's going to produce toxic fumes. So you never mix anything with the bleach. You're just going to go straight for the bleach and water solution. Another thing is that in your handout, I have also put like a guideline of some of what's the proper procedure to clean, sanitize, or disinfect different surfaces. So we don't have food areas, but the children eat on the tables. So we're gonna clean and sanitize before and after eating. Toilets are clean and disinfected daily. Hand washing, sinks and faucets, clean and disinfect daily. So you can go through the whole list, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. Anything that has gone into the children's mouth, it can be cleansed and sanitized with the weaker bleach solution, okay? Now for the fabric items, we know that parents, we pack it, we send it to the parents, And parents take care of those by washing and sending it clean every Monday when the children come back. So if we repeat the activity, now if I say doorknob, we know that it's clean and disinfect. If I say sink after toileting, is gonna be, you're right, clean and disinfect. Tables, toys, clean and sanitize. I think we got it. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I have also included some links that you can look into the information, and if you have any questions, you can contact me. I hope that this refresher was useful for all of us to have a germ-free class for the rest of the year. Okay, thank you for coming.